We have a national program, of course, the country strategy paper for Kenya. And water is not a focal sector in the delegation in Kenya, but it doesn't mean that we don't do water and sanitation. I'm responsible for water, sanitation and energy, and all the projects I'm working for come through the water and the energy facility. So those facilities are launched in headquarters and are for all countries, Africa, Caribbean, Pacific. But in Kenya they have been very successful in writing proposals and also winning projects. So we started with 15 projects in the water sector, and now we've just contracted 4 more, and we're evaluating more. And the scale is very wide. It's with the government, with NGOs and with international organizations. And then it's urban and as well as rural. And in the urban centers it's more sewerage and the management of the water companies, capacity building as well. And we have one large project which is an urban, it's basically a fund established for urban water supply and sanitation. It's a government organization financed by ourselves and KfW, and they are developing a lot of new concepts on how to distribute funds in infrastructure development, but also the whole management around it, only in informal settlements. Because Kenya, has huge slums, more or less the biggest in Africa, and government has not touched because it's difficult to solve the issues of informal settlements. And now we're encouraging the water companies to move into informal settlements and establish water kiosks and sanitation blocks, ablution blocks. Focus is going to be on sanitation, because up to now the ablution blocks are linked to sewerage systems. But of course there's no sewerage systems in all slums. So now there's new concepts being developed on how to deal with this, having septic tanks or having more eco-friendly solutions. Since we became quite a big donor through all these projects, what we did, we established a network of the 15 projects which met once in 6 months to exchange experiences. Basically learn from each other and also link to the EU and link to the water sector reform, which started in 2002 in Kenya, and how to contribute, instead of having individual projects throughout the country, how to contribute to this sector reform from the government angle, from the NGO angle and the international organization. So that is quite exceptional in the water facility, because a lot of the delegations got 2 or 3 projects which are out there, but not connected so much to other initiatives, while we try to put them together. Each and every project in the end depends on having the right people in the right place. And you can have beautiful concepts and you don't have the right people, it doesn't work. We always have political interference, and then you can make systems, but not without having some people to guard it. And in this case we're managing to keep the right people in the place.